And what's up everybody, and welcome to my results predictions for Money in the Bank. We are now a week away from what could be the most unpredictable night of the year. It's going to depend about the order of the matches too, but right now I feel like the perfect time to talk about it. So, here is some quick predictions. First, for the Cruiserweight Championship, we got Tony Nese versus Rhea Daivari. Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you, I haven't really followed what happened on 205 Live lately. I like the fact that Tony Nese is champion, even if Buddy Murphy was a great one, and Daivari got a championship match on pay-per-view, which is nice for him. But when it comes to the winner of this contest, even if I don't have a lot of infos, I will be surprised if Tony doesn't retain the Cruiserweight Championship. For the United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. I feel like this match we're gonna see at Money in the Bank will be the one that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania, a match who was cut down because of obvious timing issues. Now compared to last month, both men should have plenty of time to work this one. As for the result though, since WrestleMania basically counted as nothing, I'm going to have the same predictions that I had last month. I'm going to pick Samoa Joe to retain the US Championship. And now let's go for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going to assume that all Money in the Bank ladder matches are going to take place before the championship matches they are all about. That way, there will be a possibility for the Mr. or Miss Money in the Bank to be crowned champion by the end of the night if they want to cash in their briefcase. That would be a great way to introduce a lot more tension on every championship match and make the pay-per-view even more unpredictable. Speaking of that, we need first the Miss Money in the Bank. For me, there is a strong possibility that Alexa Bliss win this match for the second year in a row, and I also can see Naomi Ember Moon or even Bayley having their moment too, but I'm not going to pick any of them, because my winner for this match and new Miss Money in the Bank, Mandy Rose. Following that, for the Raw Women's Championship, Lacey Evans versus Becky Lynch. Next Sunday is going to be a huge night for Becky. She has to do double duty and could potentially face a third challenger, but first, she has to go through Lacey Evans. I didn't have a lot of expectations about this matchup, but so far it's looking pretty good, and Evans could definitely go home with the Raw Women's Championship. Thing is, I don't see her winning if she faces Becky before Charlotte does, but I don't really see her losing clean either. So, I am still going to pick Becky Lynch to retain, but I'm expecting Lacey to ambush and put down Becky after the match, leaving the door wide open for the next matchup. Because after this, for the SmackDown Women's Championship, it's going to be Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. I definitely think that Becky will be forced to defend both championships back to back, and will probably enter the second match kind of injured because of the first one. If so, Charlotte will be heavy favorite in that case, and Becky will need a miracle if she wants to go home still as Becky 2 belts. Option 1, someone cash in her contract, and just like last year, it could be during the match, and in a way or another, Lynch could take advantage of it. Option 2, Becky pulled the match of her life and beat Charlotte Flair fair and square. I'm going with option 2, the winner of this match and still SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. But that doesn't mean option 1 is dead. Perfect time to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase, leading to this, Mandy Rose versus Becky Lynch. As much as I would love to see the Miss and Mr. Money in the Bank keep their briefcase for as long as possible, I feel like the Women's Championship contract is not going to last long, just like Becky's reign as SmackDown Women's Champion. This third match will be too much, and even if there's thousands of possible scenarios for all these women's matches, at the end I'm picking Mandy Rose to go home as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. After this, we're going to have The Miz versus Shane McMahon inside a steel cage. There's a lot going on at the moment with Shane trying to take both Miz and Reigns at the same time, with these two switching brands for no particular reasons, with that wild card rule that makes absolutely no sense for now. It's pretty crazy, but at least the situation between Miz and Shane should end at Money in the Bank with this steel cage stipulation. And whatever happens during the match, if I have to pick a winner, hopefully it should be The Miz. Then following that, we're going to have the big dog Roman Reigns versus Elias. As you all saw during the Superstar Shakeup, both men have been drafted to SmackDown, but I only see one of them quickly taking benefits of the situation. In my opinion, drafting Elias to SmackDown might not be the best thing you could do, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem. For Roman though, you know it's before time before he takes over SmackDown, and if the first thing he got to do is going through Elias, expect him to do exactly that at Money in the Bank. And now it is time for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Let's dive straight into this with each man's chances to win. First, if the winner of this match was the most talented guy, Ricochet will definitely be the one. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, and it will be a massive surprise if he goes home with a briefcase. No surprises though, if it is Drew McIntyre, he's probably the heavy favorite for the win. Corbin and Strowman already won the match and both failed to cash in successfully compared to Randy Orton, who also won the ladder match in 2013. These three might have a chance, but a small one. Even if he's entering this match already as champion, I think Finn Balor has a chance, just like Andrade. I can easily see one of them holding the briefcase. And finally for Ali, unfortunately he's probably in the same situation as Ricochet. So, if WWE doesn't change their plans because of low ratings hitting both Raw and SmackDown and doesn't make a last minute change, I think the winner of this match will be Drew McIntyre. For the WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. So apparently it was just a matter of time before we saw Owens' fake good guy character turning into what he truly is. But that's a shame because he was really good at it. I was hoping to see more about that side of him, and actually I don't really know how to feel about it. I hope it's not going to be Fastlane all over again. Because he already had an opportunity for the championship at Fastlane, but he was just a placeholder for Kofi Kingston, and right now I feel like he's the placeholder for the next in line. I just hope he's more than this, but no matter what, I think Kofi Kingston is going to retain the WWE Championship anyway. No cashing in. And finally for the main event we got a Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. I was definitely expecting AJ to come to Raw during the shakeup, but watching him go immediately for the Universal Championship was quite surprising. But as far from being a bad surprise, hell no. I mean, Rollins vs Styles is for sure a freaking dream match. I don't know yet if it's going to be a one-shot or a lengthy storyline, and with the Money in the Bank briefcase looming around, it's even harder to predict where this is going, but one thing is sure, this contest totally deserves to be the main event. I don't expect a cash-in during the match or a screwy finish. An attempt from the Money in the Bank contract holder is highly possible though, which might distract both superstars. But at the end, I think Seth Rollins is going to retain the Universal Championship. Alright, this was my predictions. There is probably a match or two who's going to be added to the pre-show after I release this video. Check the comments in that case, I will provide more information there. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, please remember to share, like and subscribe, and you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. That's it for this week. I'll see you after Money in the Bank.